right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and this is from our South African tasting at Cafe Maxx. Yeah, I know it's taken us a little while to get to the reviews, but spent a little time on the road in France. That's what happens, you know, you're busy before you leave. And don't worry, we'll get to everything eventually here at the Wine Watch, especially the good stuff like these wines from South Africa, which now is Steakhole. And let me tell you, the first wine, this Graham Beck Rosé, Brut Sparkling, one of the greatest values you'll find in rosé sparkling wines anywhere on earth at for under $20, $16.50. Wow. They also make a vintage, which is $20. Incredible. A blend of 60% Chardonnay, 40% Pinot Noir, vinified the same way they make champagne, aged entourage for 18 months, so 3 months longer than by law they have to in champagne. And this one's got a beautiful bouquet of fresh strawberries, raspberry-like fruit, a hint of ginger spice and flowers. And wow, wonderful concentration, richness on the tongue. Has a little bit of sweetness to it, 9-10 grams of residual sugar maybe, I'm guessing, but nice freshness on the finish and wonderful balance. One of the greatest values in rosé sparklers you'll find in the world. Then the Baton Sauvignon Blanc, this wine, wow, talk about value, man. This wine, crisp, racy, and a nice textbook Sauvignon Blanc here. Green fig, gooseberry, white grapefruit, kind of a cross between the Loire Valley and Bordeaux in style. Some grassy herbal notes. Loire Valley and New Zealand, sorry, in style. And this wine's got an underpinning of mineral and chalk. You get a lot for your money here. This Sauvignon Blanc is one of the greatest values in the world at like $13 a bottle. Wow. Great length and balance on the finish. I'll bet you could keep this wine for 5 to 7 years easily in your cellar. 2014 vintage, still very young. The 2013 Paul Kluver Chardonnay. This is some guy that obviously has got a lot of money and trying to make some incredible wines for the money for, what is it, $20 a bottle. Wow, this wine reminds me of white burgundy, a nice touch of vanilla spice, the apple and lemon drop candy fruit, a little hint of nutmeg, and a fairly complex bouquet for a wine at this price. A nice creamy texture to the tongue, solid core of fruit, with some really nice toasty oak spice notes, and a firm hand of acidity holding everything together. An excellent bottle of Chardonnay. Then the grape they're known for best in the white category, Chenin Blanc de Morganzon, which this is a stunning example of this varietal. They make a lot of Chenin in South Africa. They call it Stein also. This is a drier style. It's got some white peach and apricot fruit notes of honeysuckle, really thick and viscous on the tongue. One of the things I love about Chenin Blanc is its viscosity and nice minerality to the finish here. A solid core of fruit, wonderful acidity, most excellent juice. One of the best examples of Chenin in this style that you will find outside of the Loire Valley. All right, the Paul Kluver Pinot is up next, and I didn't like this quite as much as the Chardonnay, but hey, Pinot Noir is a little tougher grape varietal to make. And this is a really delicate style, some really nice earthy, some nutty aromas even coming out of this, some almond, wild cranberry, pomegranate, raspberry fruit, really nice savory style of Pinot with a nice touch of earth and spice here coming out at the end, velvety smooth tannins, really nice freshness here, a very good little wine. And then the train wreck, this Baden Horse Secateurs Red, whatever the heck it is, man. It's an eclectic Rhone-style blend with a touch, just a touch of Pinotage. So, you know, I don't like Pinotage, but this wine wasn't bad. You know, zesty red berry fruit, nice touch of spice, some dried tobacco and herbs on the finish. No noticeable burnt rubber in this wine or banana. So a good little wine in that regard. All right, the De Touraine Z Blend. These De Touraine wines were definitely the biggest hits of the wines on the table this evening. The Z Blend has got 38% Cabernet Franc, 25% Cab, 19% Malbec, and 10% Petit Verdot. So maybe you could call that the right bank version here. This one's got a beautiful bouquet, though, of dark berry fruit, Provençal herbs, dried flowers, black pepper, spice. Really big wine on the palate, too. Nice plush, velvety texture. Nice hint of dark spice and mocha on the finish. That plum, that cherry, lovely fruit. Everything held together nicely by a firm hand of acidity. This wine will last 10 years in your cellar easily. Excellent juice. And then the Fusion 5, which was a lot of people's favorite. This is the left bank blend with mostly Cabernet Sauvignon, 56%, 15% Malbec, 10% Merlot, Cabernet Franc and Petit Verdot rounding out the rest. This wine's got a beautiful nose of currants, cassis fruit, a nice complement of cigar back spice, black pepper, fresh plowed earth, dark chocolate notes on the nose. Wow, big and rich on the tongue as well. A lot of that currant and rich cherry fruit, and a Bordeaux-like quality to the finish here. Some fine herbs and coffee, a nice touch of toasty oak spice. Excellent juice as well. Some great stuff at our South African tasting at Cafe Maxx. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.